It is the Ron and Fez Show, 866 Ron 0 Fez. Wide open today. Crazy day we're having. Willem Dafoe, Donald Fagen.
Very exciting.
Maybe it's us, Chris. Maybe we're a very exciting show. I hadn't even thought of that before. I got to get Fezz in. You've been very quiet today, and you were telling me during the commercial break you think you have regressed because of your mom?
Yeah, I think that the big family visit last week was too much. It's I shouldn't have even planned it, I don't think. And, and I worry about things going on around this place and being away from this place for a week.
Well, everybody, we were all away for a week.
I know, but I was just, I don't know exactly what's going on around here.
You haven't said barely a word all day today. Are you attempting to be quiet and try to figure out what's going on around here? Chris, was Thanksgiving difficult for you?
It was a great time. Got some sleep in. Had a couple of bottles of wine. It was nice.
It's not like you.
I cut loose a little bit because it was a week off.
It's not like you to turn to the spirits.
Like a nice Cabernet every now and then.
This has me concerned about Fez going to Florida for December.
If them coming to here, where he doesn't have to get on a flight, and he's at his home base, rattles the brain. No.
I've got a prediction.
Okay.
Fez goes to Florida and thinks, staying.
I was going to say murder-suicide, but that's...
No, don't even joke about that, because when it comes up, somebody will say you put it in his head. All right, so that was Chris Stanley.
What?
At, looks about 1:45 on the day that Fez first got the idea of murder-suicide.
I didn't mean that.
You want to think about the world's first suicide murder, where you kill yourself, but then leave some Batman thing, where like there's a candle burning a rope, and then when that's down, then you fall into the shark tank.
That happened in that movie Wanted with Angelina Jolie.
I didn't see that. Was it good?
It was good, because they were able to bend bullets, so she...
'Cause I'm wanted.
That song wasn't in the movie. She shot herself
crazy.
in the head and then bent the bullet to kill a bunch of other people around her.
Why would you give it away? I really wanted to see it.
What, just talking about the suicide murder thing.
Here's Drew, Louisiana. You're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, Fez, man, you're so worried all the time, man.
Yes.
You're worried for the shoe to drop. Don't worry about it, man. You're out of the show. It's done. It's a done deal. You're out. It's done.
Would that be more comforting?
No, that wouldn't be comforting at all.
You're worried that you're not going to be included in the new plans.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what's happening around here.
Can I tell you this, though? If I was worried that I wasn't going to be included in the new plans, I would not take an afternoon off and be quiet. That would be the craziest thing. It'd be like, Chris, imagine this.
Yeah.
I'm worried about being cut from the New York Giants, so I plan on not getting my getting off the bench this week and not getting my uniform dirty.
I'm just not going to listen to Eli when he calls audibles at the line.
I'll just yell to him, no, someone else can catch it. My mom was here last week.
Don't you get it, Eli?
Does this come across as taunting, Fez? Because it's not mean in that way. But it's just so nutty.
No, it makes sense when I hear it out loud, and I just can't make sense of it in my head.
It's almost 2:00 and you've barely spoke today. And to speak, then you're saying you're worried about... What did your mom do to you? Did she hurt you over the weekend?
No, I think it was just exhausting, them all being here, and then just...
Why is it exhausting? It's your family.
To get them around place to place, it was just way too much.
Let's go over to Shane. You're on the Ron and Fez Show.
What's up, Ronnie B?
Yeah.
Yeah, if those people, which are probably fairly normal people, did that to Fez, can you imagine what Fez did to them? What they're talking about at home?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Wow. Well, that's swing talk, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's lots of chatter about that still.
Jerry Barca was very impressed with Willem Dafoe coming in, and then very excited that you played that Pearl Jam song from the movie.
Well, I'm glad Jerry is just so impressed with everything today.
Jerry, remember last year when you explained to us that Seattle's coach was going to be shown to be the college coach that he is? And now we're all pretty well agreed that if we were to call it right now, this is as we're playing now, and it doesn't always happen like this in the playoffs. But as of right now, it's the best team in football.
And all last night, all Gruden was going on about was how Carroll takes 5th and 6th round guys and turns them into amazing, ridiculous cornerbacks, and how he just takes all this young talent and just they become dominating.
Why does Gruden got to try to make Jerry Barca look bad?
I don't know, but I like John Gruden. I like Gruden's grinders.
Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, just wanted to see if there's any update on when you guys are going to get rid of deadweight Fezz.
George, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, this is George. I was just saying, at dinner the other night, you said Fezz said he was the only one talking. That had to be a pretty quiet dinner, no?
I said it was a very quiet dinner.
Yeah.
My family didn't have much to say when Shelby showed up.
Why didn't you give him a lecture on blueberries?
That would have been very quick.
Not really. Not on our side of it. Even though there's not a lot of words, it's not quick. I can't imagine, I get the fact that you had a bad week last week. When you tell me that, I mean, there's no reason you should have. I just don't know why it's affecting you this week.
I don't know either. It's ridiculous. The relief alone should be enough to lift my spirits.
All right. Here's what... You're mad because these people can't take care of themselves, right? That's what exhausted you.
Right, yeah. That the trip shouldn't have even happened in the first place.
But specifically because they what?
Because they want to come to New York, but they can't handle it getting around.
You don't think that that's me with you all the time? You want to be here, but you can't handle it.
Yeah, I'm seeing the irony.
Well, what's this weekend? What's Friday?
Friday's the
6th?
6th.
I'm going to try to have an announcement to make by the 6th. But as you see, as we're going through this stuff, by not talking today, it's like the worst thing that you could do.
I understand.
All right, as long as you understand.
And I still couldn't get myself to do it.
Then if you know that you can't do it, we won't. There's no sense of even debating it. Because only you would be able to tell me, yes, I want to do it, or I can do it. But you're sitting here telling me I can't do it.
No, I'm saying I couldn't get over the thing.
This is what I'm talking about. Whether we keep doing that, just in the week of we're talking about what we're going to do, you're taking a week off on the air after having a vacation. I'm not trying to buzz balls or be mean or anything else. I'm just fucking pointing out. And to me, you saying that you want to go right back down to Florida for even a longer vacation after what you just did? I don't get it. Psycho Bob.
Hey, buddies, how you doing today?
Yeah.
Hey, if Fezz decides to retire from the show, does that mean that Chris Stanley has to come out of the closet?
Well, Chris Stanley has always been comfortable with his gayness.
Where the dick at?
See?
Lemon Party. That's like I should just have that. That's on every computer I use. That's the screensaver.
Oh yeah, Millie Hatchet was the big winner.
I did pitch an idea for we do on the air, Young Lemon Party.
Yeah, no one reacted to that.
Take 3 young dudes and then place them in the Lemon Party. I'm sure everyone's aware of what Lemon Party is.
Chad, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Well, What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Look, Fez, he's acting like an Alabama fan. We should cheer up and jump on the Auburn bandwagon. We've got plenty of room. We'd love to have him.
Well, right now, Auburn is trailing Ohio State. They're number 3. Ohio State's number 2. And it just goes to show you, there's nothing shittier than this voting. How could you take the team that knocked off the number 1 team and not at least say that they're number 2?
They're now last for some reason. The BCS rankings are the biggest fucking smoke and
mirror.
mirror.
Well, they're not last, right? They're third behind Ohio State. And I know Ohio State, it's rough when you don't play anyone, but...
It's almost like waiting at a restaurant for a table. Florida State and Ohio State were sitting there waiting and waiting, and now Alabama moved out of the way, so they just automatically go there instead of using Auburn.
Chower Bench said, I couldn't help but LOL when you predicted Fezz would go to Florida and stay. Then right after that, Pepper suggested murder/suicide. You said, I don't want to say that. I don't want to put that thought in his head. I do think that way. I don't want it to ever be confused where the feds come back to me.
Don't worry. They'll never catch me, Ron.
But after what happened today, Fez, you got to admit it makes it a little easier on you to decide what you want to do.
No, it just makes it all the more stressing.
Today was the day you come in here and you fucking wail, right? You took the couple hours off. If I was talking about any topic but you taking off, you'd be quiet again.
Yeah, because I was locking up.
Right.
And I don't know what to say about that.
All right. You listen to other radio shows, right? You've heard O&A.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever say, Opie say to Ant, I don't know what to say? I know you want me to talk with you, but I don't know what to say. No, I'm not busting balls, but we brought this up more than a few times. Brandon, you're on the Run of Fez show. Brandon.
Oh, hi. Could I get a shirt update on Fez, please?
It's the same shirt. It's the same fucking shirt. I'm not making it up. There's no payoff to it. It's not a joke. There's a button missing now. I'm not saying it's driving me crazy because I'm already there. There's no fucking reason. And by the way, I'm not angry or frustrated like I was before I went away. But this is exactly what I was talking about. And Fez doesn't, even when it brings up, he says, I understand. I get it. I know. There's no kind of, hey, I do this or you forget about that.
Look, let's just fucking wrap it in firecrackers and just blow the fucking shirt up. I have a bunch of firecrackers.
Why are you wearing the fucking shirt every day, dude? Why? Is it a joke? Is it a gag?
Well, yeah, it's my gay shirt.
Why are you wearing the same shirt every day?
He was wearing it at Thanksgiving, too.
Why are you wearing the same shirt every day? It's funny, right? I don't get it. I know it's got to be a joke, but I don't get it.
It's a joke without a payoff.
I don't know what that means. How is it a joke without a payoff?
So it's like a setup.
Most of the time, by the way, it doesn't come up on the air. Yeah. We don't discuss it. So we go days without bringing up the fact that it's the same shirt.
It's the first 2 days we were like, oh, that's a nice shirt.
The second day that he wore it back, we laughed.
Yeah.
And then he kept wearing it over and over. You tell us it's a joke without a payoff, right?
Yeah.
What is the setup? What does it mean to wear the same shirt every day?
I started wearing it every day, and then I didn't know how to get out of not wearing it.
What does that mean? You take it off, you put on another shirt. That's all.
You should start like fucking it up a little bit every day. So you just come in, cut the sleeves off.
I don't know how to get out of wearing the same shirt every day. Why aren't the rest of us trapped in this loop? We all go, oh, it's a new day, new shirt.
No, I choose to jump into the same shirt loop.
Steve, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hey, Ronnie, can't we do something with Fez, kind of like have him, have a remote broadcast from the house where we just throw it to him every once in a while, and he could broadcast from there so he's comfortable, and then the days that he feels better, he could just come into the studio.
Well,
maybe
I would like, that might be the thing to do with Fez in Florida, is to send you back down to Florida, right? And we have a mic set up there, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you want to jump in, you can. It might be an idea. Now, that mic won't be connected to anything.
It's wireless, don't worry.
Yes. It won't be connected to a thing. But if you want to talk into it, off you go. James, you're on the Ron and Fez show. James.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear my name. Hi, guys.
Hey.
I just want to point out that was a softball. That is, Willem Dafoe is the easiest and the best interview Fez could have possibly found. Have you guys, I'm sure you've seen the Boondock Saints.
Absolutely.
He's a gay FBI agent, and he's laying in bed with his Asian lover. And when the guy says, gee, I thought we were just going to stay in bed and cuddle, Dafoe smacked him in the face and said, you fag. So I thought, if Fez can find something to talk to him about.
I would have thought that Fez was able to say to himself, this is something I want to ask Dafoe, was this supposed to be pro-gay or anti-gay? I don't understand. Today would have been the day. Kurt in Houston. Kurt, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. I just wonder, since Fez is wearing the same shirt every day, is he also wearing the same shit-caked homeless man underwear every day?
Don't say that, Kirk. Don't put that in our minds.
Come on, K-Man.
Kirk, don't do that.
Kirky, I don't want to think about poop.
There's no reason to think that it's any different. It's another joke he can't get out of.
It's probably urine stain, too.
Nick, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Guys, when does this show end and a regular radio show start? Because it's enough of this already. I cannot take it. I'm flipping back to channels I haven't listened to in years.
What channels?
I got to listen to NPR.
Oh, what are they doing today? Has somebody written a nice little short story?
No, the guy on WNYC, he's fairly entertaining and smart guy, but I can't listen to the Fez stuff anymore.
I know.
Crazy. It just goes on forever.
When Fez starts when we ask him what's going on with him, I have this remote bit, and I'll just, through my phone, I'll just start listening to NPR.
Nice. I didn't know you had that.
Oh, yeah.
I was always wondering, man. I thought maybe you were on a phone call or something.
No, I'm just enjoying other stuff.
Another radio show?
Yeah.
Weird.
Ian, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie B., what was the best compliment, if any, that you've gotten from a celebrity? Because you are the fucking best interviewer out there.
You know, the thing that comes up all the time is that they turn around and tell me how bad everyone else is. It's not really. It's because most people are so fucking awful that I can get over with most of these guys. James in North Carolina, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. Happy post-Thanksgiving. Just trying to figure out, Fezzy, a while back you were saving your fingernails and your urine. Buddy, you still hanging on to that, or what the hell did you ever do with it?
I don't have the urine. I still have the toenails.
Are you adding to the collection, or is it just the initial collection you just held on to?
Yeah, when I get a good one, I add to the collection. I brought them with me today. I brought the collection. We mentioned it yesterday.
Would you guesstimate you have a couple pounds, or are we talking like just a few nails?
No, I'd say there's a couple hundred in here.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, let me see. It doesn't look more than the last time you brought it in, though.
Not much more, but still.
You're not doing it every day.
No, not every day.
But I mean,
gotta wait till they get long.
But I don't even think that you're doing every nail since then.
They look like they've aged. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
There's a different color to them. But
this is the exact. Did we take pictures of it last time?
I don't know.
There's definitely more in there. I don't know how much more.
Not really. And this one nail is very dirty, Fezz.
Jesus.
You should
Fezz.
probably clean before you.
I'll definitely take pictures of this new batch. I don't know if I want to touch it.
Here, have Fez hold it up in front of the sign.
Yeah.
Go ahead, get over there, Fez.
Yeah.
Here's Doug. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Oh, my God. I love the show. I'm almost OCD when it comes to listening. But I swear, dude, you might want to change the name of the show to Fez Has a Problem or What's Up with Fez. It's driving me a little crazy. I'm sorry. Sorry, Fezzy.
It's weird because we haven't mentioned him all day and he was fine with it. But, I don't know. Tom, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, this is Tom from Massachusetts.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, am I on the air?
I guess you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wondering, Fez, I know you've had medication and treatment, medication and therapy, but has his doctor considered, I hate to say it, ECT, electric, because if it's really severe and you're about to possibly even lose your vocation, it does help, electric, ECT, electroconvulsive therapy.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Why can't you hear it? He's sitting there talking about the type of therapy that you should have, where you get the electric shock. That's come up from your shrink, right?
Yeah, that's come up before.
Why won't you do it?
Well, I went to the Psychiatric Institute to talk about that, and they said they didn't want to do that yet.
Why?
They thought they could try some other things first, so I still have to go get another appointment with them next week.
Oh, good. Good. Stretch it out. George, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, just wondering if Fez would be interested in taking some, behind the scenes, dealing with the guests and all that, and it'd still be there. He just wouldn't be on the air, and I'm serious about that. I mean, at least you'd still be there.
Would you be willing to do that, Fez?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I help behind the scenes now as it is.
But exclusively.
I would still like to be in here with you guys. I'd like to do this job. That's my entire goal.
Right, so behind the scenes. That would be cool, right?
No, I would feel bad about that if I couldn't talk at all.
You didn't talk at all today. Did you feel bad up to then?
Yeah.
You didn't talk until we started to talk about you and your problems. There was all these other topics you never jumped in on. Never did any of your announcing stuff today. Never plugged anything. We never got to the Thanksgiving 10. None of that stuff ever went down. Did you send the picture of his toenails over the iBank?
It's sending. It's sending now.
Now, do you know why you save your nails? No. I just feel like it's like necessary. Like I'll clip them with even every intention of just like tossing those away. And next thing I know, I start looking at them and then they go in the Ziploc bag.
Do you ever bring that up to your shrink?
I've brought it up to the shrink before, and if I remember right, I mean, I don't bring it up all the time, but if I remember right, it was a thing of, it's something I know that brings me, that there's comfort in keeping it and not losing all of myself.
Michael, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Hey, John, in Massachusetts, our good buddy. How you doing, John?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
It's sad for me as a fan to see this thing coming and Fezzy not doing anything to stop or change it. and I hope it's not real because I do still enjoy the Ron, Pepper Hicks, and occasional Fez show. But I don't see anything changing, and it's almost scary as a fan. It's like, but everything comes to an end eventually. But geez, I hope not.
Well, what's the quote this week up on the iBank Fest?
I gotta look at it. I
Why?
saw it
Why wouldn't you know it and live it?
because I saw it yesterday. I saw it when it went up.
Never mind. Hey, Lady Trucker, how you doing?
Woohoo! Am I the one in collar? Did I win Fezzi's nail clippings?
Oh, that's so disgusting. Well, I'll do the plugs. We've got the top 10 of the Thanksgiving pictures up on the iBank today. Make sure you go over and vote. The voting is supposed to end tomorrow, and we haven't plugged it yet. So head on over to the iBank. Give your vote for the top 10 of the best of the Thanksgiving Day pictures. Chris Stanley, did your pictures make it at all?
No, my pictures didn't.
All right, why don't we go through some of these and let me know how you would vote. Well, first of all, those two turkeys look amazing up on the grill.
That's some good cooking.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And whose are those?
That's S.I. Sip Last.
All right, the next picture.
This is a holiday tale from Dominic.
Dominic, you took a beautiful picture and you have a beautiful spread there.
It's classy.
Yeah.
The little girl eating with her hands.
Love it.
That's from Glenn.
First of all, it's a beautiful little girl, and I love a family that doesn't get too hung up and just letting her enjoy herself, letting her have fun. What's your next one?
Then Korean American Thanksgiving from James.
Really, really sweet.
That's
Really sweet that they're kind of bringing both backgrounds in.
And then the kids giving thanks from Scott G. Dropping that food off at the
How can you not
hospital.
vote for these kids? They're spending Thanksgiving morning going back to the place where his little life was saved.
Oh,
That's fantastic.
It's too sweet.
It makes me think of you drinking and waking up late and then starting drinking all over.
That's
exact opposite.
That's how it goes.
What's the next one?
Thanksgiving montage from the Plumpy Nut.
That's great stuff.
Oh yeah, it's good.
And it's actually making me starving a little bit.
Nice deep frying that turkey.
Yeah.
The post-Thanksgiving feast by Jeff in Virginia.
Fantastic.
The Italian meats. Then Mike's family's Thanksgiving table.
I love that table, and I love that family together like that.
Heather Heights family table.
Beautiful. See, I like all the different generations to be together.
That's a hell of a cruise she has there. Or family, as they say.
That's what it looks like in my gang, too. My folks starts to get together.
And then Nate's dessert.
You know, a lot of people forget that dessert is part of the meal. You know, makes for like a nice sweet thing at the end of the meal.
Yeah, it's like a palate cleanser almost. It's
I didn't
like,
even think of it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, my palate could get a little cleansed with something.
It's delicious sugar.
Let's go over to Tom in Atlanta. You're on the Ron Fez show.
Ronnie, do me a favor. Just take that bag of nails and throw the son of bitches in the garbage. Show that idiot who's boss.
I'm not throwing out his nails.
Those are
I
his.
don't even want to be part of that. It would, for me, it feel like I was yanking his hair out. Here's Pooter in Arizona.
Ronnie, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to bring up the fact that I don't hear anybody talking about the hoarding thing. I think you guys are missing a great bit in that cleaning up Fezzi's house obviously has to be the start.
Well, you know, the fact that he told us that he doesn't keep his house clean anymore, it's why he wouldn't invite me into it. He didn't have his family stay there. He didn't want his mother to stay. Obviously, he hasn't had Paul O back. I should and will put up the pictures of Fezz and his toenails, which seems awful when we're going right off the beautiful Thanksgiving pictures.
That dessert looks fabulous.
Every picture looks great. I really like the family stuff. I really like the kids stuff. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't like to just sit and look at food.
Oh, this first picture from Siplast.
It's making me die for turkey.
Yeah. Look at the char on. Oh, it just looks too damn good.
Are you a skin guy?
Hell yeah.
I'll fight over skin.
You got to.
I'll be in there, yeah. When they start carving, I'm like, do me a favor. Let me see if this is done. Give me a slice. My dad is like, look, I'm not giving you a piece of the skin. I'll start everybody. I go like this. Give me a piece of that skin or I'm tearing this whole goddamn place out.
At Thanksgiving, you're threatening that?
I wrote out Columbine in my lime beans and just showed it to him.
That skin looks delicious. I just want to fucking strip it off and eat it.
Brian, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie B, what up? Hey, I wanted to ask you, is Fez allowed to be a part of the interview or
100%? Yeah, Fez started.
In the room?
Most of the time he leaves the room, all because of one funny comedian, Michael Ian Black, who Fez said something in an interview, and Michael Ian Black says, and like he normally, like he does the thing here, and we all look over at him because you're not suspecting him. But Michael Ian Black went, what is that even supposed to mean? And I'm not kidding when I say this. Fez took 6 weeks off of sanity. Just went into a deep depression. And then one day we saw Michael Ian Black on the street, and we didn't even stop him or anything. And Fez leaped back as if Michael Ian Black was going to hurt him.
Why the fear of Michael Ian Black?
The guest just never understood anything I was saying.
Or the other host. Doesn't understand you. Here's Jim. Jim, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just wondering, what is Fez? I mean, what does he do? You know, like could you get like a bum off the street to come and do his? You know, like does he run the Terrabang or what? Hey, and I got one other question for you too. Whatever happened to Shelby after he got like?
Oh, Shelby, you won't be seeing him anymore. I'll tell you, if you got a letter for him, just hand it to a groundhog. They'll find him. No one gets that joke. He's been buried.
The last time you'll ever see of him is that crazy ass fucking picture.
Covered in Fez jizz.
Yeah. Just rotting somewhere.
They didn't make the finals.
And then he said no. He said that wasn't Fez jizz. It was the quim of Fez's niece.
Whoa.
There was no quimming going on at dinner.
How do you know of? Did somebody put up a no quimming sign? Danger, no quimming?
What kind of restaurant would do that?
I lost my shades. Oh, hell's breaking loose.
Yeah, Shelby could have gone up in that. I mean, you lost her. She was up at a random dive bar.
She's so cute. Crazy as a loon, huh, Fez?
Oh, yeah.
Denise?
Yeah.
Maybe we could find her a nice boyfriend, ready to settle down. I know that Chris Stanley's talking about getting married.
Wouldn't say getting married.
Why don't you give it a try? Just lie to her until you get your dick sucked and then drop her like there's nothing happening. That's the norm.
I can hear you.
All right. We're going to put the picture up. And I guess we're going to do a caption contest. Because if you can make this kind of horror funny, you deserve the greatest prize in the world. I wish that this was a radio bit. Obviously, we don't do radio bits. It's just speaking to a shrink truth is what we do instead of comedy. But we will do a caption contest. Fez has a bag of his talons, and they're going to be up. That looks like a very fucking thin, what would you say, a little over of an eighth of toenail clippings.
Yeah, maybe 5 grams. Maybe 5 grams.
Okay.
Toenail clippings.
About 5 grams.
Just bring my scale in. I'll weigh him next time.
The weird thing is each toenail is so big.
The thickness of them is...
You know that he waits a pretty long time to cut them.
Oh, how did you even stand having those on your toes? It's nasty, man.
He likes, this way he can hold on to tree branches longer.
Like a sloth. Oh. And the color of these things shows you he's been hoarding them for a long, long time.
Joe was going to say, don't take any shit off anyone, Fez. Nor should you. Ugh.
This belongs in a David Lynch movie.
Fez, that fucking mustache is getting unmanageable. But I will say this, and you can see this happen with Fez's Thanksgiving, that when he came back, you can see the depression in his eyes.
Yeah.
I mean he looks terribly depressed there.
This is...
It's so pathetic. It looks so defeated. You can't... Seriously, it looks so amazingly defeated.
You look really sad. Like fucking...
Do I? I thought I actually looked good in that picture.
I don't know.
Other than the bag of toenails next to my head.
You don't think that you look like sad and beat down there?
It's almost like a 1,000-yard stare a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like, here are my toenails.
Sharon in Maine, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, I like to say this to Chris. Chris, when I first started listening to the show, you used to come in and brag about you being drunk and high and having a hangover and everything else.
Yeah,
You used to pick on, now you're picking on Fez.
Yeah.
How can you sit there and pick on Fez when, you're doing the same thing, but now that Ron don't know what he wants to do, you sure want to kiss Ron's ass.
He does kiss my ass quite a bit.
Now, what?
You fucking do, dude.
Well, the same things
You
I do as Fez. Hey, let's
I
address
can't
that
stand
first.
it most of the time. My ass is wet right now.
Nasty. Look,
I
don't collect toenails.
The point is you don't want to sit there and you don't want to stick up for Fez.
You're a fucking kiss-off. Stick up for Fez every once in a while.
For yourself, because you know that there might not be a place for you in the Ron and Fez show anymore. It's all about you trying to...
How is this about me? Fez is talking about his problems.
No, she's right.
Oh, about what?
That's why Fez is sitting there quiet right now. Not doing anything, watching the show going on around him.
Because I made it all about me again.
Yes.
This broad might have some fucking... She might
All
be
right,
making
you know what? Let's not use words like broad.
Chris, why do you all make it about yourself? You always make it about poor Chris.
Poor fucking Chris.
I've become self-obsessed over the years and maybe a little narcissistic.
I don't know whether that's, irony.
You don't have a problem, so how can you pick on Fez? You can't do that.
When have I picked on Fez? The man shows me a bag of toenails. What am I going to do but laugh?
I don't like it. I don't like what you're doing.
All the time. You cover your ass all the time.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do in life, is cover your own ass?
I don't think so.
No, then your ass is exposed and you're getting banged left and right.
Leave your ass out there for once in your life. All right, let me read some of these things that people are writing about Fez's toenails. It's up on the iBang right now. It's got its own box. Where's the not safe for work? Chips, anyone?
Oh.
And then I freeze my jizz and I put it in this baggie. Fez sprinkles these on lettuce wraps. What a sick, disgusting fucker. Oh my God, going to hurl. Ed Rooney says, this is the only nailing Fez has ever done. Kevin says, and it was all yellow.
Oh.
Takes lead, Fritos, everyone. Jesus Christ. Liz has Fez flew over the cuckoo's nest. There's love out there for the weirdness of this. Climbing trees is much harder once I'm clipped. I don't care about the show, which is why I don't talk and collect toenails. Oh, that's sad.
Weird.
Pringles Man has a new flavor.
Flesh?
I keep my used toilet paper under my giant hefty bag. Nails. Twink with a toenail fetish. Want it. It's a bit south of Fresno. I call it Selma. How many of these do you think I can fit in my ass? Pepper collects his horseshoes.
I don't even know what that's about. Why would I collect horseshoes?
You know, because you're a centaur.
I'm not, though.
What's really disgusting is these grew out of my dick. This isn't meth. It's just Breaking Sad. Oh, that's so dead on. And this toenail looks like Harvey Milk. Must be Arts and Crafts Day at the old age home. These are my toenails. There are many like one, but these toenails are mine. If this isn't enough to get Fezz committed, I don't know what is. What real gay saves his toenails? It's a really good point. Chips, crazy homo pieces. My tusk fell out. Another multi-year bit with no payoff. I traded a cow in my career for these magic toenail clippings. Hey, Subway man, want to check out my toenail collection? Another bit without a payoff. What man wouldn't like to have those down his back?
Oh.
Nailed it. Cookie.
Mark Zito told me he found a video of the cookie, the day the cookie was in.
I don't remember that we shot video.
I don't remember that either. He said he found a bunch of videos. I gotta get them from him.
Chris, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie B, I think it's funny, man, how you and Pepper Hicks just fucking crack up over mental illness. It's fucking funny to hear.
Well, the thing is, like, because we live with them, we have to laugh about it. You know what I mean?
I don't blame you, man. But
it's just.
I mean, like, if this was a stranger's uncle, I would be very concerned. Look how sad he looks there.
Even when
Nose
I
is
took
getting thin now.
I realized. It's a pretty good shot, though.
Much like Samson with his hair, Fez loses a bit of talent with each trimming. Only in New York. That's not rice in Fez's salt shaker. One for each victim. The only DNA of Fez's that will ever end up in a bag. Nobody home. Fezz adds a new ingredient to Father's bean dip recipe.
Maybe that's what went wrong with it.
It's locally sourced.
Fezz's shells and cheese.
Oh, shit, man.
And this little toenail went all the way to the nut house. Wee. Chris, we need to break one more time?
One more time.
We're going to break one more time. We'll come back picking up on Fezz's toenails. It's the Ron and Fez show. Would that be more comforting?
No, that wouldn't be comforting at all.
You're worried that you're not going to be included in the new plans.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what's happening around here.
Can I tell you this, though? If I was worried that I wasn't going to be included in the new plans, I would not take an afternoon off and be quiet. That would be the craziest thing. You know, it'd be like, Chris, imagine this.
Yeah.
I'm worried about being cut from the New York Giants, so I plan on not getting my getting off the bench this week and not getting my uniform dirty.
I'm just not going to listen to Eli when he calls audibles at the line.
I'll just yell to him, no, someone else can catch it. My mom was here last week.
Don't you get it, Eli?
Does this come across as taunting, Fez? Because it's not mean in that way. But it's just so nutty.
No, it makes sense when I hear it out loud, and I just can't make sense of it in my head.
It's almost 2 o'clock, and you've barely spoke today. And to speak, then you're saying you're worried about... What did your mom do to you? Did she hurt you over the weekend?
No, I think it was just exhausting, them all being here, and then just...
Why is it exhausting? It's your family.
To get them around place to place, it was just way too much.
Let's go over to Shane. You're on the Ron. It is the Ron and Fez Show. 866 Ron 0 Fez. Wide open today. Crazy day we're having. Willem Dafoe, Donald Fagen.
Very exciting.
Maybe it's us, Chris. Maybe we're a very exciting show. I hadn't even thought of that before. I got to get Fezz in. You've been very quiet today, and you were telling me during the commercial break you think you have regressed because of your mom?
Yeah, I think that the big family visit last week was too much. It's I shouldn't have even planned it, I don't think. And, and I worry about things going on around this place and being away from this place for a week.
Well, everybody, we were all away for a week.
I know, but I was just, I don't know exactly what's going on around here.
You haven't said barely a word all day today. Are you attempting to be quiet and try to figure out what's going on around here? Chris, was Thanksgiving difficult for you?
It was a great time. Got some sleep in. Had a couple of bottles of wine. It was nice.
It's not like you.
I cut loose a little bit because it was a week off.
It's not like you to turn to the spirits.
Like a nice Cabernet every now and then.
This has me concerned about Fez going to Florida for December.
If them coming to here, where he doesn't have to get on a flight, and he's at his home base, rattles the brain. No.
I've got a prediction.
Okay.
Fez goes to Florida and thinks, staying.
I was going to say murder-suicide, but that's...
No, don't even joke about that, because then when it comes up, somebody will say you put it in his head. All right, so that was Chris Stanley.
What?
At, looks about 1:45 on the day that Fez first got the idea of murder-suicide.
I didn't mean that.
You want to think about the world's first suicide murder, where you kill yourself, but then leave some Batman thing, where like there's a candle burning a rope, and then when that's down, then you fall into the shark tank.
That happened in that movie Wanted with Angelina Jolie.
I didn't see that. Was it good?
It was good because they were able to bend bullets, so she...
Because I'm wanted.
That song wasn't in the movie. She shot herself
crazy.
in the head and then bent the bullet to kill a bunch of other people around her.
Why would you give it away? I really wanted to see it.
What, just talking about the suicide murder thing.
Here's Drill, Louisiana. You're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, Fez, man, you're so worried all the time, man.
Yes.
You're worried for the shoe to drop. Don't worry about it, man. You're out of the show. It's done. It's a done deal. You're out. It's done.
Fez Show.
What's up, Ronnie B?
Yeah.
Yeah, if those people, which are probably fairly normal people, did that to Fez, can you imagine what Fez did to them? What they're talking about at home?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Wow. Well, that's swing talk, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's lots of chatter about that still.
Jerry Barca was very impressed with Willem Dafoe coming in, and then very excited that you played that Pearl Jam song from the movie.
Well, I'm glad Jerry is just so impressed with everything today.
Jerry, remember last year when you explained to us that Seattle's coach was going to be shown to be the college coach that he is? And now we're all pretty well agreed that if we were to call it right now, this is as we're playing now, and it doesn't always happen like this in the playoffs, but as of right now, it's the best team in football.
And all last night, all Gruden was going on about was how Carroll takes fifth and sixth round guys and turns them into amazing, ridiculous cornerbacks, and how he just takes all this young talent and just they become dominating.
Why does Gruden got to try to make Jerry Barca look bad?
I don't know, but I like John Gruden. I like Gruden's gripes.
Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, just wanted to see if there's any update on when you guys are going to get rid of deadweight Fezz.
George, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Yeah, this is George. I was just saying, at dinner the other night, you said Fezz said he was the only one talking. That had to be a pretty quiet dinner, no?
I said it was a very quiet dinner.
Yeah.
The family didn't have much to say when Shelby showed up.
Why didn't you give him a lecture on blueberries?
That would have been very quick.
Not really. Not on our side of it. Even though there's not a lot of words, it's not quick. I can't imagine, like, I get the fact that you had a bad week last week. When you tell me that, I mean, there's no reason you should have. I just don't know why it's affecting you this week.
I don't know either. It's ridiculous. The relief alone should be enough to lift my spirits.
All right. Here's what. You're mad because these people can't take care of themselves, right? That's what exhausted you.
Right, yeah. That the trip shouldn't have even happened in the first place.
But specifically because they what?
Because they want to come to New York, but they can't handle it getting around.
You don't think that that's me with you all the time? You want to be here, but you can't handle it.
Yeah, I'm seeing the irony.
Well,